My rich parents forced me to marry a poor girl to teach me a lesson about being entitled. But I ended up learning a lesson that no one saw coming. I was 24, spending too much of their money on cars and clubs and trips I barely remembered. Dad sat me down in his office, that big wooden desk between us like a courtroom. "Your mother and I have made a decision. You're getting married." I laughed. "To who?" "A girl from the village where your grandmother grew up. Her name is June. Her family has nothing. You'll live on her income for 1 year. No trust fund access, no credit cards, no bailouts. If you survive, you get your inheritance. If you quit, you're cut off forever. This is all to teach you a lesson about spending money on useless garbage. You need to learn the value of money and learn what it actually means to work hard." Mom stood in the doorway, arms crossed. "Maybe living with someone who actually works for a living will fix whatever's broken in you." Apparently, they'd already arranged everything. June's family needed money for medical bills. My parents offered to pay them off completely if June agreed to marry me for 1 year. A business deal disguised as a lesson. I shrugged my shoulders because I figured it was a win-win situation for both of us. I just wanted to get it over with. I met June 3 days before the wedding. She was sitting on the porch of a house smaller than our guest bathroom. Brown hair, tired eyes, clothes that had been washed too many times because she couldn't afford new ones. She didn't smile when she saw me. "I know what you're thinking," she said before I could speak. "I'm probably just a poor girl marrying a rich boy for money." She laughed before continuing. "And, well, you're right. I need the money because my mother needs surgery. I'd marry a brick wall if it meant she'd live." I respected the honesty. Most people would have pretended. We got married at a courthouse. No guests, no photos, just signatures and silence. Then we drove to her apartment. 400 square feet, one window, a mattress on the floor. My parents had someone watching to make sure I didn't cheat. I couldn't access a single dollar of family money. June worked at a bakery. She left at 4 a.m. and came home smelling like flour and sweat. Her paycheck was $800 a month. Rent was paid by my parents. Utilities were $150. That left us $650 for everything else. The first week, I was miserable. The second week, I was angry. The third week, something shifted because I started to realize something. No matter what happened, June never complained. She woke up before dawn, worked 8 hours on her feet, then came home and cooked dinner on a stove with only 2 working burners. One time I was so bored that I offered to help, and she actually let me. She didn't mock me when I burned the rice. She just showed me how to do it right and moved on. One night, we were sitting across the table in silence for the millionth time in a row, but this time, I finally broke it. "You're clearly not happy to be here, so why are you so nice to me?" I said. "Neither are you," she shrugged. "But being cruel about it won't make the year go faster." By month 3, I started walking her to work. By month 4, I did the unthinkable. I got a job at a warehouse loading boxes. $14 an hour. My hands blistered, my back screamed, but when I handed June my first paycheck, something in her eyes changed. She looked at me like I was a real person for the first time. By month 6, I realized I wasn't counting down the days anymore. I was looking forward to coming home. We'd sit on that mattress and talk for hours about nothing and everything. She told me about her father who died when she was 12. I told her about my brother who overdosed when I was 16. We traded wounds like secrets. Month 9, I kissed her. She kissed me back. Month 11, my father called. "One more month and this is over. Your accounts will be restored. We've already filed the annulment paperwork. Just sign